discuss last topic of chapter 7, that is transform. Now friends, first of all, what is transform? So transformer is a device which increase or decrease the voltage. Right? I repeat once again. Transformer is a device which increase or decrease the voltage. If transformer increase the voltage, then that is known as step up transformer. And if transformer decrease the voltage, then that is known as step down transformer. Right? So see here friends. Transformer is a device which increase or decrease the voltage. The transformer which increase the voltage, that is known as the step up transformer. And the transformer which decrease the voltage, that is known as step down transformer. Right? So once again, transformer is a device which increase or decrease the voltage. If the transformer increase the voltage, then it is known as step up transformer. And if transformer decrease the voltage, then it is known as step down transformer. The principle of transformer is based on the electromagnetic induction. Right? So transformer works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. The use of transformer is radio receiver, then in telephone, AC, loudspeaker, computer, etc. Right? So in radio receiver, telephone, TV, computer, AC and loudspeaker, in this instrument transformer are used. Then to stabilizing the power supply, we use the transformer. Then the step of transformer that is used to produce the X-ray, and step down transformer is used to melting the metal. So friends, these are the use of transformer that is used in TV, computer, loudspeaker, right, receiver, etc. To stabilizing the power supply, then step up transformer used to produce the X-ray, and for melting the metal, step down transformer are used. Now, according to the construction of the coil, there are two types of transformer, core type and shell type. These are the two types of the construction of the transformer, right? So if the coils are wound on a soft iron core on a separate link like this, right? So if the coils are wound on a soft iron core on a separate link, then this transformer is known as core type transformer. So in core type transformer, the coils are wound on soft iron core and the coils are wound on a separate link, then that is known as core type transformer. Then in shell type, the coils are either one on the top of other, like this, one on another, right? So coils are wound on a soft iron core, either one on top of the other, as shown in this figure. So this is the shell type transformer, right? So if the coils are on a different links, then that is known as core type, and if the coils are either one on the other, then that is known as shell type transformer, right? So this is about the construction. Now this one side of coil is known as primary coil, right, and having a number of turns N-P, primary coil having number of turns N-P, and this coil is known as the secondary coil, right, and this secondary coil having number of turns Ns, right. So this is once again, this is known as PC, primary coil, and this is SC, secondary coil. The number of turns in primary coil is Np and number of turns in secondary coil is Ns, right. So one coil is known as primary coil, and on the other side that is known as secondary coil. The primary coil having number of turns Np and secondary coil having number of turns Ns. Now friends, you already know that the transformer works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. So what happens? So as we apply the voltage to the primary, then what happened? Current produce the flux, and due to this flux link with the secondary and induce the EMF, right? So once again I repeat, as we apply AC voltage to the primary coil, then current produce the flux that links with the secondary coil and that induce the EMF, right? So what happens? So as you apply the voltage to the primary coil, then current produce the flux, and this flux link with secondary and produce the EMF, right? So we already know the equation of EMF. EMF E is equals to minus N d phi by dt, right? So as we apply the AC voltage to the primary, so current produce the flux that link with secondary coil and EMF induced, right? So as we apply the AC voltage to primary side, then current produce the flux that link with the secondary coil and produce the EMF, right? So now we know that EMF E is equals to WKT. We know that EMF E is equals to minus N d phi by dt. So the EMF of primary coil, EMF of primary coil, that is EP, that is equals to minus NP d phi by dt, that is equation 1, right? So from E is equals to minus N d phi by dt, the EMF of primary coil, that is equals to EP, is equals to minus NP d phi by dt, and EMF of secondary coil, that is ES, so minus NS d phi by dt, that is equation 2, right? So now if the resistance is negligible, then we can say that EP is equals to VP, right? So if the resistance is negligible, so if the resistance is negligible, then what happens? EP, that is equals to VP, that is equals to minus NP d phi by dt, and ES, that is equals to VS, that is equals to minus NS d phi by dt, right? So if the resistance is negligible, then what happens? EP, that is equals to VP, is equals to minus NP d phi by dt, and ES, that is equals to VS, that is equals to minus NS d phi by dt. Now if we take this ratio of equation 3 and 4, right? So by taking the ratio of 4 and 3, right? So here we take the ratio of 3 and 4, or as you wish, 4 and 3. So what we get? So ES upon EP, or you can say VS upon Vp, that is equals to minus ns d phi by dt upon minus np d phi by dt. So here what we get? We get Es upon Ep, that is equals to Vs upon Vp is equals to Ns upon Np. This is equation 5. So here what we get? Minus cancel, d phi by dt cancel, so we get Es upon Ep, that is equals to Vs upon Vp, that is equals to Ns upon Np. So if Ns greater than Np, so if the number of turns in secondary coil is greater than the primary coil, then we get Vs greater than Vp or Es greater than Ep. So here the output of secondary is greater than the input of primary, Vs greater than Vp. So here we can say that the voltage is step up, right? And if I say Np greater than Ns, so if Np greater than Ns, so Vp greater than Vs, or you can say Ep greater than Es. So here the output is decreased because Vp greater than Vs. So this is the step down transformer, right? So here we already know the equation of EMF, that is equals to minus n d phi by dt, right? Now EMF of primary coil, that is equals to Ep is equals to minus Np d phi by dt, and for secondary Es is equals to minus Ns d phi by dt. So if the resistance is negligible, then EMF, that is equals to potential V. So Ep is equals to Vp is equals to minus Np d phi by dt, and Es, that is equals to Vs, that is equals to minus Ns d phi by dt. So here we take the ratio of equation 4 and 3. So we get Es upon Ep, that is equals to Vs upon Vp is equals to minus Ns d phi by dt upon minus Np d phi by dt. So we get Es upon Ep, that is equals to Vs upon Vp is equals to Ns upon Np. So if Ns greater than Np, so from this equation Vs greater than Vp or Es greater than Ep, so voltage is step up because Vs greater than Vp. And if Np greater than Ns, then what happens? Vp greater than Vs and Ep greater than Es. So output decrease. So that is known as step down transformer, right? So if I say number of turns in secondary is greater than number of turns in primary, then that is known as step up transformer. And if number of turns is in primary is greater than number of turns in secondary, that is known as the step down transformer, right? Now here if I say the ideal transformer, or we can say there are no losses, right? So if the transformer is ideal, then the efficiency that is equals to 100%, right? So if the transformer is ideal, then there is no loss. So if there is no loss, then we get efficiency 100%. So if there are no loss, then we can say the input power, that is equals to output power, right? So if the transformer is ideal, then there is no loss, so efficiency 100%. So the input power is equals to output power. We know that power P is equals to VI. So input power, that is VPIP, is equals to output power VSIS, because input primary, output secondary. So input power from the formula P is equals to VI, the input power VPIP, and output power VSIS. So here if we take the ratio Vs upon Vp. So we get Vs upon Vp, that is equals to Ip upon Is, right? So Vs upon Vp, that is equals to Ip upon Is. This is equation 6, right? So from 5 and 6, what we get? So here from 5 and 6 we get Es upon Ep, that is equals to Vs upon Vp, that is equals to Ns upon Np, and C, Vs upon Vp, that is equals to Ip upon Is, right? This is equation number MS Dhoni 7, right? So from 5 and 6 we can write Es upon Ep is equals to Vs upon Vp is equals to Ns upon Np, but Vs upon Vp, that is equals to Ip upon Is, so is equals to Ip upon Is. So if we say Ns greater than Np, so if Ns greater than Np, then we can say that Vs greater than Vp or Es greater than Ep, and for current Ip greater than Is, right? Because Ns greater than Np. And if Np greater than Ns, then Vp greater than Vs, Ep greater than Es, and Is greater than Ip, right? So if I say number of turns in secondary is greater than number of turns in primary, then Vs greater than Vp, Es greater than Ep. Already we see this step of transformer. But in this condition, if Ns greater than Np, then current in primary coil is greater than current in secondary coil. And if Np greater than Ns, then there is a step down transformer. But in this condition, if Np greater than Ns, so current in secondary is greater than current in primary, right? So this is some concept, right? If Ns greater than Np, then what is the condition of current, right? If Np greater than Ns, then what is the condition of current, right? So you can answer this question from this relation, right? That is equation 7, right? Now friends, here we consider that the transformer is ideal, then there is no loss. But in actual condition, in transformers, there are losses due to first hysteresis loss, due to the resistance of coil, third one, due to the eddy current, fourth one, due to the noise, right? So here in the transformer, losses are there. First of all, in transformer, losses are due to noise, then hysteresis loss, then eddy current loss, then the loss due to the resistance of the coil, right? So these are the losses, right? And if resistance is there, then we know that there are the I square R loss, right? So these are the losses in the transformer, right? Once again friends, I repeat all the loss, right? Here we consider that if transformer is ideal, then no losses are there, then we get efficiency 100%. But in the actual condition, we get efficiency up to 95% due to some loss, right? So here the losses are first due to the noise, second one hysteresis loss, third one eddy current loss, fourth one resistance of coil, or you can say due to resistance of the coil, right? So these are the losses in the transformer. And fifth loss is the flux leakage, right? So you add that due to the flux leakage, right, the efficiency of transformer decrease, right? So these are the losses in the transformer, right? So friends, this is about the transformer, right, which is our last topic of this chapter number 7, right? Okay friends, thank you.